Well, folks, it happened again. BioWare is doomed once more. Hi, my name is NikoTheLegend, and today we're going to be talking about another lead producer leaves BioWare, and this time, not from just Anthem, but from Dragon Age as well, from the next Dragon Age installment. Our man, Fernando Mello, has left to pursue better and more grander things. It's a very sad time to be working at BioWare and us fans dealing with this type of travesty, I think that's the word. And why is that such a pivotal thing in our lives? Well, as you all know, Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem has led to the many extinction to the members of BioWare that used to stick together and work together to make the greatest games we've known in our RPG medieval fantasy lives. In terms of gameplay, storytelling, characters, you name it. And now, it is all becoming extinct. No more. As of a week ago, actually I did this video maybe like 2.5 weeks ago, we lost Ben Irving, who was the lead producer for Anthem, who probably wanted to leave because of how terrible the game was. And things weren't working out for him in BioWare. And why not add another thing to the list of leaving a broken company that's falling under the pressure of EA trying to make something great that's never going to be great. It's the truth, folks. If you think Anthem is going to be a great thing, then, well, we can make a whole entire video about will it ever be great. Now, besides Anthem, Dragon Age could be the savior, the second coming of BioWare. It could really pull through and be something great. But having someone as Fernando Mello, who I haven't heard of the name ever, probably because he's as it is in football, you lose your first and second stringer. Now we get our third and fourth stringers out there trying to make a difference. But maybe the pressure was too hard on him. Maybe he wanted to find something else that didn't really cause him stress, disorder, depression, and negativity. It all starts with a little spark, and then it ignites into a fire of epic proportions, of the highest magnitude, and impossible to put out unless you just burn it all to the ground and watch the world burn at the same time. Now, me, as being a huge Dragon Age fan, BioWare fan, Mass Effect fan, never an Anthem fan, then you understand why this is troubling, considering that Dragon Age 4 has been a game that we've been probably, been excited for since Dragon Age Inquisition came out, since we beat it, since the Trespasser DLC came out. And we're ready. We're ready to play the next installment. But it sounds like we might have to wait even longer, considering that there's going to be a leadership issue. It was already a problem when the Anthem toolset was going to be used for Dragon Age 4, and not the original Dragon Age Inquisition toolset that they used with Frostbite. We all know what Frostbite does to BioWare developers and producers and all that. It makes them go through hell. So everything seems to be falling apart, and this makes me just lose further hope into the franchise. And honestly, I'm at the point now where I just want BioWare to die. Just to die. The company needs to be shut down. Dragon Age 4, I hope it never comes out, because I strongly feel, as an emotional thing, it's not a factual thing, of course, it's not very rational to me, but honestly, I think we all can come to a conclusion that Dragon Age 4 will definitely not be anywhere as good as the other ones. Obviously, some more than others. And it just needs, we don't want the franchise to end how Mass Effect Andromeda ended for Mass Effect. We don't want the franchise to be put on ice. We just want it to just all burn to the ground. I do, especially. Because these people don't deserve this kind of treatment, of course. Treatment as in like EA causing all the employees to work crazy hours, going through a depressing time, no leadership commitment, working on a game like Anthem and Andromeda and coming out with subpar games. It just doesn't work out in the end. So Morrison, the code name for the next Dragon Age game, is going to see troubling development cycles from the days to come. As the leadership was a problem in Anthem, now it's going to be even more of a problem in Dragon Age. And once you poison the well, folks, everyone will drink out of it, and they will all feel the struggle and pain. Now, of course, there's such thing as BioWare magic, but I think that magic eventually has ran out because it can only do so much. I get it, though, because sometimes you can get really lucky and gamble with things like that. But do you really want to keep doing that game? Well, eventually it's just going to really blow up in your face, and there's probably no way of recovering. As they say, go big or go home, or go out with a bang, whatever you prefer. I'm going with the fire, burn the whole place down, figuratively speaking, not physically, obviously. And now there have been plenty of games that have had tough development cycles, and these games been released and they actually came out looking really good, or we had to wait about a few updates and the game came to what we know today and they've worked out. Like Destiny, Battlefront 2, are just a couple. Shadow of War, those games having a year later after patches and updates and changes, they've gotten a lot better. But it doesn't excuse them for the acts they committed, for the crimes they committed. Anyway, I just want to hear what you guys have to say about this depressing departure of another lead role into a game that I pray to the gods, to the maker, that it will come out good. Just good. Hopefully better than Anthem and better than Andromeda. But it's really not hard to do that, am I right? The bar is so low that I can't even imagine what could be lower than Anthem, So thanks again, folks. We lose another member who worked on the original Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and the online portion of Mass Effect Andromeda. I read that from the article just now, so don't worry, I'm not that smart. And I hope to God that this all comes to ruin and crumbles and leave the name BIOWARE in the history books.